They would only agree to pay $1 million if we agreed to settle this case. You want to learn about this game of chicken that was being played in this medical malpractice case? Come join me as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law in the state of New York. This is a significant medical malpractice case, and now, as we were approaching trial, I begin to have settlement discussions with the defense attorney. The defense attorney finally said to me, listen, we will pay you $1 million, but only if you agree to settle the case at that number. Now, what does that mean? It means they wanted an assurance from me that $1 million would settle the case, and only then would they actually make that offer. It's a little backwards, don't you think? Normally, the negotiation process is we make a demand, the defense makes a counteroffer, and now we try and figure out whether we can accept it or not. And then we make a counter demand, and the defense will evaluate that to determine whether or not they're willing to pay that. And if not, they'll make a counter offer. So now, during the course of this particular discussion, the defense attorney comes out and says, listen, I'm not going to offer you $1 million until you tell me that you'll accept it as final settlement. Wait a second. They're telling me they're not going to pay $1 million unless I tell them beforehand we'll accept it. But wait a second. I want more than the $1 million. Well, what does that mean? If I want more, if I want $1.5 million to settle this case, now do you think we're going to reach an agreement where the defense turns around and says, listen, the only way we're going to pay $1 million is if you agree to settle at $1 million. We're extremely far apart. If I need $1.5 million to settle the case and they tell me, no, we can only settle this case if you agree to take $1 million, this case isn't settling. Now we'll have to go to trial. But there are some instances where the defense will come back and say, listen, we will only pay $1 million if you agree to settle this case. It's sort of a backwards, roundabout way to try and say, hey, here's a counteroffer. This is what we're willing to accept. If you accept it, case is over and done. Does this happen often? No, not often, but it does happen once in a while. And now when it happens, we have to evaluate with my client exactly whether or not their offer is appropriate. And if not, we have to reject it and now proceed forward. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight into how some people negotiate when the case comes up for trial, and now they're trying to resolve the case. You know, I recognize that you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.